What's up guys, it's John from Jay's Life. Today we're playing a game called Sly Soldiers 2 Survival. Now this game is on Android. Also it's on the emulator. It's kind of like a simulation, yeah. On the emulator called Bluestacks. This is a free emulator and it's probably one of the best ones out there that are not going to probably cause issues with your PC. So if you want to get an emulator, Bluestacks is the best one that I can recommend out of everything that I have researched over the past couple of years. Now we're going to play this game called Sly Soldiers 2 Survival. Also the developers, they asked me if I played this 2D side-scroller Android game. I also have talked to them about since last night, mainly to do with their trailer, but they have two trailers and I'll be putting the link down below so you can decide which one you think is better. But I personally recommend this one here. I was just gonna type it all, but I just thought this is so much easier, showing instead of just like, well, in words people misinterpret something. So if I just get it out there, it's going to be a lot easier. So this one is short, condensed, and it actually shows the gameplay footage as well. This one is slightly misleading. It has more views, but it's got less likes. And yeah, it's just too long. And it ends, but then it begins again. So this one just has small, condensed, and it shows you the basics of what the game is. It is to be desired on an animation standpoint, as the graphic quality is low in comparison to the newer games out there. But it's more of a retro game, and there are some things that can be modernized to make it look that much better. And it's easy to do a gameplay video review and get the first look on the beta, across via the gameplay, than it is to just do it typing out, and it's just a lot easier. So the first thing is get to the trailer, because I wasn't able to play the game. I was sorting it all out, and I've played it on the actual Android, so I know what works and doesn't work. So I can just I can use the basics of the BlueStacks as a model and just say what would actually occur. So this trailer will be in the description below, and so will this one. But generally, there's this part on the second trailer which is a lot longer, but it just, you think it ends. I mean, there'll be no sound on this. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, because this, I don't know why it doesn't like Chrome for some reason. Yeah, let's do it all in Edge. It's got nice music to it, but that's not the issue. It's too long, and you think there's something going to occur around this minute mark here. So it ends, but it goes on forever with a comedic part towards the end, which is unnecessarily needed because it has all this action and you think it's just finished. But then it's misinterpretation of the game because you think you're going to do all these awesome combos, which actually is justified at the end, even though you think it's finished in the middle. Whereas the other one, it shows you basically the game, so it shows you the game footage, which is what you want to see, as well as the power-ups and upgrades, and just what you're going to actually encounter during the game, which is probably a lot more of what you want as a trailer. So as a suggestion, I personally prefer they use this trailer instead of the other one, which they've called official trailer. This one should be the official trailer. It's more realistic, it's what you want to expect, not have high expectations and crush them. Now we have communicated over a few of these small issues in a way, and yeah, they seem to agree that this one probably suits them better. So also, I showed a few people the trailer and they generally thought it was a bit too long, whereas say if you watch something like Jetpack Joyrider, let's just do that. It's very short, condensed, it's 30 seconds or less, I believe. So this is their trailer, it's very quick, if I can play it. Yeah, it doesn't feel very long. That's the wrong one, damn it. That is the wrong one. Yeah, well, there was well, even their trailers. Look at the animation style and how bright and colorful it is. Even the game itself isn't that colorful. It shows the gameplay footage in such a way that, you know, it attracts people. The other gameplay footage was very quick. It just showed a brief, just briefly what you will do in the game, like just the different stuff you collect, like the vehicles and what you do, boost, power-ups, and it was just generally the simple stuff with music, and it was very quick, smooth, and there was nothing in the way to say, you know, you wouldn't question it. You're very entertained, you'd watch it, and you'd want to install and play the game. Whereas the other one is very questionable due to the length of the trailer. That's what I'm going to say. So we're actually going to play the game. I talked to them about a few things. There was an issue with incognito on the website. However, for some reason, the link for Facebook didn't work, so it has to be in the actual unincognito. Yes. So let's play the game. It's not finished yet, so it's still on working a few things out. So this is what you start off with, and it's, as someone puts it, it's dull and depressing. There's nothing. It's not colourful, even though you're in the sewers. You know, it's dark and supposed to be not very colourful. It's not very like drawing you in, like you would want to play this due to the way that it's been animated. So we can't do everything on here because it's on the PC version, so I'm not sure if we're going to get higher scores. No, because it's on the PC and it's via emulator, so you can't do everything, but you can play the game as you would do. Now we can skip this, but there is a lot of text. Just to show you how much there is. And some of it is unnecessary. I guess this is more of comedic in a way. But there is quite a few pieces of text at the very start, which is the tutorial in a sense. I'll make it full screen. Now I'll use WSAD, but what you would do is you would use your thumb. Once I just need to do that quickly. Now what you would do is you would use your thumb as the movement, and you would press the button, like say on a DS, you'd press it while you hold it down, and you would move and to jump, and you also go diagonal. Now what I would say is there are these newer type of movements, say for such as in Mobile Legends, where they have this some sort of like where is it? Their thumb movement is much more smooth. So say here, the layout for the thumb movement, it's in an orbital design, and it's just a small button where you drag your thumb around and you move in a certain direction. You know, that's more modern, more smooth, and it just feels better instead of keeping having to tap, because you don't have to look at the screen in that certain area. You want to look at the gameplay you're doing, and you know the movement your thumb is. Where if you accidentally miss something off, say you're tapping, you actually press this button instead of this one here, because it's very, very close to each other. So if you're not looking at the screen in that area constantly, you might accidentally press something to the other one. It's just the simple things that it makes the game easier for people to play. That's generally it. You probably wouldn't, but just as a theory, like, you would want the game to be as easy and smooth for the customer as possible, wouldn't you? Now this will attack you regardless, even though they're talking. So there should be parts where they're talking and the game pauses, and even though I've paused the game, as you can see, it still continues to play. So if this rat, I pause it again, it just was very, it doesn't work properly as I paused it beforehand and the guy's talking and for some reason it attacks you still when there's some sort of function going on. So if they're talking about something, it's still able to attack you even though I've paused the game. It just didn't make a bit of sense there. There are a few other issues where the other, you know, the enemies don't have HP bars, so you can't see what damage you're doing to them. So you can attack them so many amount of times, but you're not sure, am I actually doing anything? You know, will they actually die, or what's going on here? So I can just keep hitting this guy, but I'm not sure how much damage I'm actually doing. There's no hit points coming off the guy. There's no damage saying I've done anything, because there are monsters in here that are harder, and you easily die in comparison to them, compared to the regular monsters. But you know, it's just harder. This will just give you, shows you what you can do to raise your HP, and also your energy is this bar here, and your HP is as color coded. So we just need to drag and drop it, and it should increase. You can also switch from meal to ranged. We do energy bar that would decrease as you use it, and you can't get this back until you use something, say like this. So you have to, when the items you collect, they go into this some sort of containment, and when you use them, it increases your energy or your HP. Now your energy will not regenerate over a period of time or anything like that. It will regenerate after you die. Which is, I mean, you really want it to regenerate over a period of time, because you don't have to do melee attacks, and at the moment you're very weak, so there's not much you can actually do, because you don't have any other abilities apart from just regular attacks, which is, it kind of like throws you in there without any real tutorial. So you're not sure what to expect, in a sense. I mean, this is the tutorial, and there's a lot of talking which is not relevant to what you would expect. Normally you expect say the game paused for a certain period of time as you were going on, to just show you, say like I was moving along and I got to a certain point, let's say like there, it would show you that this is for switching and that you can use ranged attacks. Sorry, I was already in ranged, but you would, because that other character's ranged, it would show you that you could switch at a certain point into the tutorial to show you that this is ranged now, and then you just small description saying once you press this is what's going to happen. Just something simple, because you don't want to go to the website for everything. You expect some of it to be in the game to just like help you as you went along. There's nothing there to say this is going to help you. You just have to figure it out for yourself, in a sense, majority of the time, because the text isn't as helpful as it needs to be. I think that is the HP bar. Maybe I missed it. Let's check. Oh no, that is its HP bar. Okay, well, we've defeated this guy. Now the slime you collect will help you on the later run, which doesn't really tell you, but it helps you as you upgrade. So the more you collect, the more you're able to upgrade. But it's the little monsters, they don't have any HP bar. And this is a radioactive mouse, or rat, what you call it. And the more slime you collect, the more you're able to unlock. Now, I think it's to my belief, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm guessing, and this is probably not right, that this bar is to do with the amount of good you've collected, and in terms it helps you upgrade, maybe? I'm not sure. You see, I don't know how much damage I'm doing currently, and also a lot of enemies on me, and melee attacks don't, you know, kind of useless here. You can run past it. There's no set place you can you actually need to stay at. I can skip this part, and I can just keep going. So I can just leave them where they are. But I won't have enough to upgrade. That's a safe point where you can go in and actually use what you've collected. But you can go back and forth though. That wasn't here earlier. Yeah, that was it. I mean, this is just to help you. Your actual collected is there for 74, even though it kind of overlaps a little bit. To avoid them, all you have to do is go down, and they won't attack you. But then you can't attack back. It's more a defense. When there's more than one enemy present, you would like to know how much damage you've done. I mean, you like to know how much damage you've done regardless. It seems that different creatures are able to, you know, attack you in different sets of state. Don't need that yet. We're ranged, aren't we? Nope. Let's see how far I can actually get currently. What? They can push me back. Shouldn't I be stronger than them? Oh, well, that doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. Okay, that... What's going on here? Cheating? In a sense. Even though I'm dying. Yeah, that didn't work. I'm still able to push them back. I'm very strong, it seems. Attacks don't go through this. There we go. The rat did fall in to the sewer and died instantly. Oh, you can attack whilst jumping. Space bar in PC version is for a menu. To life. Okay, we just need the serum. And there we go. It's not serum, what's it called? Yeah, fair enough. Not very appealing. I still would like to know the actual HP of the enemy I'm attacking, so I know that it can be defeated. That's generally it. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is doing anything. I was just bouncing off. I know it's attacking me, but that's it. That's all I know. Am I doing any damage? I will never know. There we go. I think some of it was effective. And this is just the upgrade area, which we first saw this teleportation type device. This is for saving the game, and to get into the containment, you just need to jump up and then jump down into it. There you go. Now I have kind of 252, but there is no way to tell me how much I currently have to upgrade these items that I think, unless these circles indicate how much I have to upgrade it, but they just seem to be highlighted to a certain extent, which is not helpful. So once you turn it on, it will automatically flow to this different section or areas, and it will go down. You can also drag it with your thumb, which you'll be doing, but I haven't got a touchscreen monitor. Let's just make this a bit bigger. So you have, this is a shortcut. If you press on the actual abilities, it will just take you straight to them. The different areas which you can upgrade. So you can also, once you've put it in, you can also drain it and just start again. Now, what you would want is to say how much it's going to cost you. So you've collected 252. Now, how much is it going to cost me to fill this up, and this is going to become available without having to, you know, keep resetting it 24/7 and saying, okay, I can do this, and this. It's going to take a very long amount of time. It's going to be very, very tedious task, and you can be there like, do I really want to play this game if I'm going to keep doing this over and over again? No, it just telling me how much I've collected out of my balance. You know, it's a little number like 49 or 50 or 25, just maybe inside the flask, what we're going to call it. So it's like a number there saying like 25 or 100. Just a number to indicate how much it's going to cost me out of how much I've collected to get this upgrade that I would want. So this one's cost me 101 points. Now, I want this one as well, and how much is it going to cost me? This cost me about I don't know, another 101. This is going to cost me probably another 101 or something. I don't know. So when I'm not sure what resetting does, but draining, you know, we've already done that. It just basically takes all that you've done and puts it back to the top. But when you drain it, it doesn't turn this off and on. It still stays the same, so you have to do it manually. Then reset might do all of it, as in turning from on to off, but we'll do that a bit later because I don't want to like reset the entire game by accident. It doesn't really specify what that does in terms of, but in theory all you would do is this. Okay, it does. Maybe I just do it now. Yeah, so reset, it just turns everything off, and draining just means, you know, it just drains it back up, which are basically essentially the same thing. So it feels kind of useless to have two drain buttons, you know. Reset is generally the best out of the two. Yeah, if you just drain it after you've put it in, all it does is, you know, if you drain it, it's still open, so it still goes to the same route. Just a tedious task to do off and off. Whereas drain is what you reset, sorry, is what you want. So you do the lever yourself, and then they're all closed. Now I want this slime wave, and I want this bullet damage. No, what you really probably want at the very beginning is just the bullet damage plus energy. So that cost me, whoa, really? 200 already? See, I didn't know how much that was going to cost me. But that one cost me 200, and this is 50. Damn. That's why it needs to have numbers there, so you don't have to keep going, alright, reset, I want to actually use this instead of that, and that. And then I probably just use the rest on the bullet damage. It takes a while to get there, because it's further down. So once the points have stopped going, I'll open up and I'll go for this one. That's that done. So now the stability. And also that's until it times out. So I'm guessing I'm still able to use the hammer for 3 seconds. 2, 1. Is this how much the slime? What is this for anyway? Is this to make it just look a bit nicer? Is it just cooldown only? There's no mana involved or anything. This is all for the special mana and stuff. So how much does it cost? Is this how much they doesn't say how much they cost either. Okay, I was kind of not. See, when you watch the trailer, it was a massive blast, but I'm sure it's after all the upgrades. So yeah, not as pretty what you would want. It looks like meal is the best way to go currently. Just staying there at the moment. So you want hammer mode, and you probably want axe or spikes. How am I gonna get there? This one here. That's all of it. But what about the other one? So that went through. What is this one? Down here. Kind of just shifts itself up for some reason, so you can't see it, but that's when you want. Yeah. So 225 used, and it's fully used. 252, sorry. Now, how do you use this one though? There's nothing to tell me how to use it. Have I used it properly? Well, it's gone. Meal spike damage. Then what is this? Is that generally just the general attack? The meal attack? Is that it? That's what I'm assuming. They've called it spike. Even though that's spikes. The labeling also needs to be improved as well. And to go up the ladder, you just use the up arrow. So we've got a boss monster, as you can see, and it's not sure what that currently is. I'll protect you, I'll heal you, I'll heal the glow swarm, I'll destroy you. So the red one attacks you. Oh, regardless what state you're in. I currently have nothing up. Oh, you attack the CPU. It's not clear what you have to do. It's pretty well you said the game, but I didn't. That's why when you load it, there's nothing there. Well, I lost for checkpoints though. How far to get into the game? Not far, but you know. Oh, just right before her. I'm assuming this is upgraded. The range is what you want. Yes. Skip that. Oh no, I did it again, aren't I? This barrier is probably what the CPU's produced. I'm dead again. It said they heal you and give you mana, and this one attacks you. I want to trust that theory quickly. If it actually does anything. Oh, they do. So it does heal you. Oh, that does attack you. So it is correct. They do heal you and stuff, but getting the one you want is extremely difficult, it seems. As you can see. I'm just trying it all out, right? I'm not actually trying to you know, complete the entire game. I'm just focusing on the key points at the moment. So yeah, it's... Someone put it depressing to play because it's not as bright as you want it to be. Just the colouring. It's dull on grey, which is not exciting. It needs to be brighter in a sense, as it feels quite depressing. And you don't want a game that's depressing. You know, you just wouldn't play it. There's this game called League of Legends, and they showed that at the very start that they didn't want to play their game, or they wouldn't inherently just go and play the game because it was fun to do, but it was more of a task. And you know, you don't want to play this game because you have to. You want to play because you want to. You want to be attracted to the game because it's fun to, you know, watch or actually, you know, play the game. Well, League of Legends is both. You can watch it and play it, and it's fun either way, as it seems to be. I don't personally do that because I find watching stuff tend to be quite boring. Yeah. But for people who actually enjoy watching stuff as well as playing it, I'm not sure anyone would want to watch this game and be like, yeah, you know, I'd recommend it to someone, or I would play this game. But I don't know, it's just dull on dull, which isn't very, you know, exciting to anyone. Also, they could add another game mode to this, where it's brighter in a way. So even though they called it Sewer Survival, they could have another mode to do with like the city itself and how it's a lot brighter. And you deal with all the issues and problems that is being caused from the sewer onto the surface. So they call it Surface Survival or something, just like an add-on, just to make it a bit more interesting. So the game has some sort of way to develop itself and go in a direction of some sort, and so people would actually enjoy it and recommend it to other people. Because at the moment I'm just looking at it, and it's black on dark green, and the only bit that's nice is this small section part in the middle that's fairly lit. So yeah. Although it's still a work in progress. And it's not on PC. Just remember, it's an emulator. Currently, would I recommend you play this game? No. In all honesty, I would not recommend this game. Would I play it as a review? Yeah, I would, you know. I said yes, I would do it, and I'd do it. You know, I don't back out stuff. But they need to modernize it a bit more. They have a website as well. Everything's going to be in the description, you know, the trailer, the website, both the trailers, and you can tell me which one you like if you want to. If not, you don't have to. It's just, I'm going to put it out there. So yeah, the trailers that they've provided in the text. So yeah, they have the website. Which doesn't work in incognito, some of it, which is a bit odd. It may not work, I don't know. This the Facebook link doesn't work in incognito mode. Yeah, so this is the website. Also, the fact that it's just on Google is limiting their audience by a lot. It should be also on Apple as well, that's what I'm going to say. So it shows you a small part about the game, screenshots as you go into the story, just what's been occurring. It shows you the actual city itself, which, you know, okay, they have a design for the city, so will I ever play in the city? Apparently not. That's where the monsters are, or maybe that's where some monsters could be in the surface, because, you know, people are leaving. It's gotten so bad it's gone to the surface now. So to deal with the problem up the top as well, that'd be quite nice. Maybe it does eventually, but it seems to show you the city again and again. So there's some sort of like reference to there being part of the city in the game. It just shows you a small part about them. Which is quite nice. Also, you can contact them, and they have blogs about other games, which has been quite interesting apparently, because they've got about 4,000 visitors. But yeah, it's just a small part of development of games. But there's no talk about the game itself, like what their thoughts on the games are. There is this League of Legends There was a League of Legends video. Sorry, Riot, I believe. Yeah, go right. Riot have a video that they did have, or still do. If I can find it. If not, you know, I can't. But there was a small video of how the company got started and how they started quite small and then they expanded. If I can find that, that'd be brilliant. But it shows you that at the start that they weren't very interested in the game they were creating. Then eventually they got really into it and started playing it themselves, and then became this entire esports game. And now everyone, like, all over the world knows about League of Legends and plays it. You have to, when you create a game, you have to, as a developer, want to play this, not just have to play it because you know you're developing a game, but you feel like you would want to play this and recommend it to other people, and you know you get enticed by this game. You're not just making a game because you want to make a game and then put it out there and be like, it didn't work out. You know, you want to succeed. You know, it's also a free game, League of Legends, even though 2 different platforms, mobile and you know PC, in the sense of PC's, you know, evidently better, but any game, the developer should want to end up playing the game and say, like, this is a good game, I would want to recommend it to other people and start saying this stuff and it's good, instead of just saying, well, it may or may not be good. It's not really up to us, but it is up to you. You're making it. So there are a few things that need to be improved and that can be modernized. Also, HP Brothers would improve it on every creature, not just the bosses, because it feels like it's an endless task. There should be more of a tutorial on showing what's available instead of just having to go to the website to check it all out, because you want it right in front of you, because people tend to be lazy, and I admit I'm lazy, and I'd like it all in front of me instead of have to go to other places. So yeah, you'd want to see it's skills, but it's a bit too far away. You know, I don't want to go to the website out of my way, you know, to go to find something else. Or if you go for League of Legends, for example, all of this is inside of the game. They still have it, but it's just there. It's easier to actually access. You don't have to go to some external site to see what you should see in the game. So yeah. Also, they have the trailer, which they need to have the other one. That's what I'm going to say. They need to have the other one. So that's going to be it from me. Now, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and are more informed about this game. And if you have any suggestions, you know, you contact them. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay video. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.